I'm sure every couple, you have your own different stories, as we do. And there are also many young people who are struggling to find the right partner in their life, praying, and they're looking for, but they're scared, they're afraid, because of many reasons. I strongly believe that marriage is not our plan, but it's the will of God. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 18, and it says, "It isn't good for a man to be alone. I will make a suitable, right partner for him." And that's how he began about the partnership in our life. We're not talking about the business partners. We're not talking about other partnership, but we want to focus more on marriage. And we are here how God transformed our marriage and how God connected us, in his purpose. So I believe that this will be very challenging for you, and I know you'll learn something about how to choose the right and suitable partner in your life.
Kuanishina every couple amakan solve story alak ase. Aro kunoba manodo any 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month look pa kina sa tikura mano ase. Long relationship, 5 years, 10 years relationship take kina sa tikura mano ase. Ikubin na dyan kina look pa kina sa tikura mano inika pisya alak ase. Kunoba mano ni jor ini murum lagi kina sa tikura. Aro kunoba manodo isur ki fasting prayer kure kina iniga lok korabi pishese aro achi kina una right partner, life partner makan isur laga will isur bora choose creatia kina una makan itu lok pao itu olop shokre wole ase
To konishina amiang kitia ito right partner ito choose kurubo our right partner kitia amang life di aibo ina papisho ito mano bishi worry kore bishi absolute lagi fearful kili mane ito sati hobli dagado like we need attraction, honesty, trust, and we need also to have a good communication between her and me. There are lots of things bishi ase to aros ami amra looks beside aro dala family background beside to iniga ikta life partner ikta banawli do itu easy no hai bishi itu like it's not an easy choice. We have to go a lot of things because we have our own desire. We ready to style like it little bit high demand like it little looks pina like it dala background ina like it amian bishi itu struggle kurama no bishi dikiase do iniga do papishi wili do mana bishi ba mudo sajin do boleh ba ina berani some of them they just give up though they live the whole life as single life.
Everywhere we go good chalibi manugan bora question ikta same question ikta uthi thake aro idu kya especially how we meet each other kina na apli to chan lok pai she iniga uthi thake aro we love to share a story.
Tell us the story.
Yeah. Ito bro kuti chalibi mo jan iso bro kiniga lok pa uthi she aro iso la well to kya se iniga counseling di thake youth kan aro married kuribole sadi kuribole preparation la khan advice kore thake iniga mujan la story share kore thake.
Were you in the same college or from the same place, or you met her in Korea? That's the question keep asking, but that's not how it was. These days, you have free access to the cell phone, internet, WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever. You have lots and lots of media to communicate each other. You can find your friends from very far distance. But let's go back to 15 years back. 15 years. So my wife and I, we want to start our marriage journey back to 15 years.
When I was young, my man decision down right now, the kia say usually, my kidabi theology pura mano lokati sati no kribo. Ito mo laka plan takisi. Man down decision, my kidabi pastor no hele, ini theology pura mano kan lokati do mo sati no kribo. Ini ako kina, ini mo lamutado rich family hobo lagi government job noile ini phal thaka family logade moibi arambura thake bole ini ka plan takise aro alag rasta moilaga nichor rasta ri isor laga well nokrina ini ka pisare takise holibi kidia moi decision lobole life partner karne decision lobole time aise I tell a serious loshimoy. Itu moi like a life partner karne. Partner bi ini easy pora isur ke ni TV ikta partner ikta TV ini kan hoy kena. Isur like a plan bi ke ase. Moi tik pora pisarishi. Aro fasting loshi prayer loshi. Aro isur ra take answer moi kitishi.
It's really funny. Kilimane itu dia Mikey Brokwado moi garbi ininga dagishi kidia mojin itu sadye gora itu kota ko dagi bishi hansi dagi mo na actually be
kwani shina eman list pona gina isor gi mangi dagishi moi itu nishna manu lagi isor moi la life partner ine ana eman tiri partner kori dagishi holibi isor right do answer korea koranai itu ra moi eman serious pra papi shi aro moi prayer change koshi. I changed my prayer. Aro moi laga less to moi pilai dishe. Okay. Itiada moi karne moi desire moi laga do isur ke mangi takeshe. Holibi isur ke kidabi isur apni laga plan bi ke ase moi karne. Isur apni laga well do kunase. Iniga moi kidabi stress pa isur ke utanai. Itubra moi laga desire moi laga ki laki ase to sob moi chale digina isor ki pisarishi fasting loishi prayer korishi isor ki isor moi kani best partner to konase apni laga plan do ki ase moi ki dikhai debi ona imam partner korishi aro iktin moi antik ta se moi laga prayer partner aro every time kidia moi prayer lage moi phone koribo prayer koritibo noile ni look pawo aro that morning I call her andi moi patana koribo ni mona se moi apni laga korik par aibo ido time di andi question isor daido alak appointment ikta thakeshe alak ti chawole holibi sobra morning dio tikena question itia moi laga pacha ekta moi pothabo rokhi dakibi eniga advance price is so bra de ki rokhi dishe aro moi kida phone korishi tai koshi moi apni ki rokhi ase ahebi is so bra khui moi ki apni ayo bole eniga itu tin di moi dala khori jaise aro ajido ek good dusra koni nohe life partner moi life partner karne partner koribo mona ase ena ona moi ji partner korishi kida partner korishi any it's like it's very strange. They spirit, Holy Spirit pura deki sab dikhai dero. Mila baja abni ki khoya say, don't worry about your future. God is already planned for you. It's higher what you are aiming. Abni ki papia si do ekdem isur laka plan aro ido alaga se. Ido change kore isur laka plan do abni karni man tangora se. Aro itia ki ase itu nohe. Apni ki bhabi ase itu nohai this is not the one holibi isora apni ki imang clear bra tai kwado apni la partner isora rakhi dia do India di Nagaland di nai ena kwese holibi dai country ko nai holibi dai kwese ala iman dobra isobra ani di bole ase idu rokhi da ki bi iniga kwese
amen
ini itu kila ka partner ase moi kumbi na jane alakte aro kia se do inya ko na itu tindi man clear bra sobra dai la ka time ro kida gebi inya ko ida kishe aro moi kum kibi do khwanai andi aro moi jane do aro dai ko she apni laga ki wedding trees kan sab tik isobra panai digina apni laga day do isobra choose kregina ase inya ko she ready kregina ase inya ko she edura any first time to believe you grana do tamale granishina ki ase do moi kumbi khwanishina alak jagadi kumbi na jane aro ki khoi ase inigai phabeta ki sholebi I keep praying inni patana kore de isor moi arekta believe kora do moi la kai isor bra moi jane aro dai kirebi mistake no krebo kitiabi moi ki bian netibo itu moi jane aro kidia moi isor ki sub selem do kore moi la ka future sub idia do apni bora kina use krebo monase isor aro ministry kilogati kore bole itu la ka partner TV
right
ini hai partner kore takishe moi isor full time apni ki serve kore bole ase itu bora kilogati kina ona isor la ka kam tangor kore bo itu la ka partner moi ki TV ini ka partner kore kina rokhi takishe it's after 1 month I think and I received a call from him
hello
itu kitiabi na jana mano lokpi panai aro kitiabi mojin na jane holibi isor pura itu time di dai South Korea di takishe kwanishna man distant far distant pura through phone we connected aro mano kandu believe no kore chani kina takishina ki kina hoishe iman uthi thake muila friends kan fam noi kitia bi chananai holibi isor bra connect kore dishe aro kidia itu isor laga God's plan do ase inika chanishe ki manu pura khoilebe okay by faith I can see by faith nejana manu ekta na ikki logadi parbi iniga lok pai gina nejana manu ekta logadi sati kore bole decide korado pakala nishina takishe
that's right
pakala it's like a crazy decision holibi moi chanishe isor pora kidebi moi ke wrong person do netibo isor laka plan di follow probably decide kreshe idora by faith I say yes to God not to him to God isor laka plan di chabo enya na decide korado itu takishi itu time di sobra Bible itu tishe Isaiah 55 verse 80 mohan janiasi for my thoughts are not your thoughts nor are your ways my ways declares the Lord
amen
apni laga pabna do mila pabna no hai apni laga rasta do mila rasta no hai ene babe sabe moi do itu rasta di pirai takishe itu rasta karni patana kori takishe holibi isoro moi laga pacha itu no hai itu laga rasta pawala moi bura rakhi dia sido moi do iman chutu bhabiasi isoro iman dangor moi ki plan dangor rakhi dikina se kidia bi jananai holibi kidia isor ki surrender korishi moi laga plan moi laga life future sab isor I'll just follow you kidia hoshi itu laga rasta to kholi dishi
itu idia moi laga maiki bra kwanishna moi bi taiwa list takabado moi pichi daibo kile mane itu moi laga time bi we are talking about like 20-25 years back right so mugan the first theology brina kam kore ase to papi sugole do ajikal do church di pusa pishi salary balde to mala time di so 2000 3000 niga kala time da isi mugan naga to most of the parents ki koise avnian theology pura sugole pastor koribo nelebi missionary koribo to avnian kidebi ito beto pota nawo pension pai sugole be avnian paisa be napabo to chiwele be maiki do government job pahal daga maiki sati koribe Ina ko pension pai libi awan aram bora. Ara pasambi school pa butagina takiwo. Inga pishi advice like this. The kali parents kan wina, itu relatives kan bi kui lagi, aro tangon manang bi nang kui lagi se. Tu itu papi chukul itu mombi itu tikobo. Kili mane to pa ulimun nai. Tu ina mula list iman lamba. Sundro lagi, puisat pishi takala mai ke lagi, aro pishi high educated. Our family background to palo lagi, itu satu list utak penaina maybe isu ki mangi lagi sih. Isu itu lah mula, this is what I want, this is what I desire. To mula mai kido, ini ga di una isi partner ko sih. To mau kita Korea di sih, South Korea di sih na. Itu mula pastors kan sopi sati mana lagi sih. To tambah hey pastor kam sati Korea na. Aro church member ambil sati Korea na aku lagi. So I was a student. To ekrati moi bishi stress loisi. To bishi stress loi na moi malapis nari nail down kori na moi parna korase. Isor mula list down ni sop ti dia se ache. To mula ekta request ase. To itu request ki asole. Moi puila takales ka so parina itia parna korea do. Moila maikido. Moi lot ekilot ministry ni sacrifice kura maiki. Awe moi bra parna ko pishi kura maiki. Itu TV. Namu parna korese. I was very serious that night. I really nailed down. I went to my knees and just prayed to God. Lord, I want to see in my dream. If you're really truly God, if you are really a faithful God, show me tonight in my dream. That was my really serious prayer. I really prayed to God. Tonight, not tomorrow, tonight. That was my prayer. I did not pray, use any other prayer points, but my just specific prayer was just that prayer. And I went to bed. I was sleeping. You know what happened? In my dream, I was so tired. I was climbing a mountain. And I reached the top of the mountain. I was hungry. I was so thirsty. And there was a beautiful girl. She just came with an orange. She handed the orange to me. I took it. And she just turned back and left me. I said, hey, I just called her. But she just smiled and left. It was so regret. I want to talk to her. In the morning, I just got up. And I was just questioning myself, what kind of dream was that? So I realized and I remember my dream, last night my dream. So curious, ito din. Mula pa opera, phone ko na mo dyan, tayo for phone break tadi siya mo dyan. Ita phone break di kina tayo siya. My son, ito load ikpar phone ko bi. Korna. To ito mo sa ina mo bi ulap nervous wese. To mo I rang that, like the 15 years la, way back 15 years, okay? Mando phone ini kata kanai. WhatsApp kan, Facebook kan, aro achikle taka media ekko bi taka nai. So what I used was I used a flip phone, and I used to buy a card. International calling card. It was very expensive for me. I was a student. I have to dial all the number, and I called her, and she responded to me with I feel like she was smiling, I'm sure. And you know what? The amazing part is that it was her birthday. It was January 9th. Itu din dala birthday today. So what I want to tell you is this. When you ask God a specific, prayer, that will be very unique. No mo tagiwa itu phone kora itu din do dala birthday today. Mo tebi na pare. To mo je itu din bra mo jun kota boina telephone bra hai phone korina mo dala picture bi ekta bi dikhana hai. Tabi mo dikhana hai. Kali mo jun ini what happened? Mo tayo phone korbo, tayo pick up korbo, aur mo jun partner korbo. Phone bra partner korbo mo jun. Aur mo ba taki mo ike partner time ase, tamar tabi phone do on kora mo. Calling mo la phone calling kape sob kutim kora bi inai taki se. So if I don't call her one night, she miss me. And if I don't call her, with my other schedule, and I miss her. Mo jun, she was not my girlfriend. we were just friends, and we share our ministry. And we just,
Vision.
yes, our vision, our ministry, and it really clicked together. And what I want to tell you is that, God's purpose and also God's ways are the best.
Ito right to is important. Aro ikta ko monta ka do. Mula ko friend ikta si. Tayo laka girlfriend da janda 3-4 years relationship ta kishe. Aro sati kore bole inika kota la time di tayo personal di chaise. Aro prayer ko gina uti shu kishe. Ito time di tadi counselor bro ko do. Ito do apni laka right partner no hai. Isor laka well do no hai. Iniga question question. Ito question mo gibe mila friend mo gido ina question de ita mo laka girlfriend do isor laka God's will no hai. Mila partner no hai question. Huli kina what's your decision? Ina na iman struggle question. Huli bi question. Tai to ignore question de. Murum lagi ase ko na tai jong sa de question. Itu life surely palna thaki dakan isro laka blessing binari dakan laka korde utai dakan laka family sa time di moi itu kitya bin na pore moi na chani tai poroshina pora na isor ki kweshi tai ki bishima no kaneni ga thaki ase kile wrong partner itu isor wrong partner dia no hai it's your choice apni bora apni laka kushi moi phala ki wena mojen moram lake wena isor laka voice ignore korina itu decision loigina chabra korde question pai idu long relationship lasting no kore itu problem do idasi
India mi brado mula story short, very short. Or mula Michael Lavi story do short honishi. It's not our work. It's God who played all the rules. But what we did was that we obey.
yes just follow
Yes, we trust, we obey. We don't we don't look panay. Tabi mo ginizani, mo tayo buran nizani. Olivi kali phone bra kudaon we pray and pray and pray. Like after 7 months, I went back to India just to see her. Okay, the first thing what we did was just, we knelt down together. We prayed, we joined our hands together. She was not my girlfriend, I'm telling you. We tagi awni mula girlfriend hobo ina bi hotel na mo tagi. Oli tala andi la kori mo jara ti jana kneel down korna parna korese. Itu time dim isuba mo jungi our mon koledishe. That's how we become very close friends. For 1 year, almost a year, we kept talking on the phone. But now we are no more like a stranger, Don't we South Korea China? God showed me 3 times in my dream, and I asked God, if she is the one, the right partner for me, I want you to show me at least 3 times. Moi 3 bar partner ko na mo isugi hotishi. To 3 bar bi isu mo ge ekdam very clear mo ge tikai dishi. Ito mo decide ko siya. Mo ito chioli to maki to mo lakase. Ito isu mo ge panada lakase. If we follow God's direction, God will provide everything we need. So from the first day we start talking on the phone until today, God is really faithful. Kili mani moambra isorgi sab mona ito list to didishe. I want to tell you this, my friends. If you have that kind of list that we have before, go and check. एक बार itu kolina sabi. Nuli apna timak di kungko nase. Itu papa perci kurido. Itu papa itu study kurina. Sab te suge di. Who knows? If that person is God's willing, for sure, God will provide. God will bring it to you. Olibi itu apnika itu ita list pina takado. Isula monjo nohelido. Taibra Allah manani diwo. But don't complain. Don't try to argue with God. Kilimani isura kay David mystic nobo day. Kay David mystic nobo. But the choice is yours. Iti ang may example dia ito bisi ba? Yes. Mano bisi sa dia nga bisi mundo ko na po aside. Sa ito marriage stick one ho na. Ito bra achi do maki mo bra challenge ko munta ka do. Through our example. We want you to pray a very specific prayer about your marriage and go back and recheck the person that you're looking for and leave it to the Lord. I promise you 100%. He will handle it. God will take care of it. And He will bring it the best out of all the best.
Amen.
You'll never regret.
Itu ase mo jeng bora advice kuri boli mon thakado. Partner do kuri ase holebi isor laka voice do amakan ignore kuri dagi.
Yeah.
Isor brado itu mo laka rasta do itu ase. Kuli mukhan do itu jabumon alak rasta do aro itu jawara family iman makan kushin na bai aro isor laka purpose dai itu dunia di takada di amakan gi dia assignment it be fulfill kuri bunna bare.
Yeah.
Holebi kidia isor laka plan di jaise kidia bi moi monti na thaka. Kidia bi moi laka imagination di bi na thaka isor bra alak rasta de. Life to change kuri dishe. Itu bi manganai de isor ki. Holebi kidia isor ki. Moi apni laka purpose, apni laka God's will do chani bo monase. Itu partner korishi moi laka plan sab isor bra change kuri dishe.
If you are struggling to find your partner, your life partner, we are here to support you, to help you. We are helping a lot of people. And many of them, they got married and they are settling a very good life, husband and wife. God will be with you to decide to take the right decision. God bless you all.
Amen.
Amen.